Hi and welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, it has been forever. So I don't even know how I noticed, like, life has been happening and I had a notification and somehow I noticed that my last video was 3 months ago. What? So to sum it all up, this past semester in school was, if you guys can hear Sparta, don't mind him. These past 3 months in my last semester in school as well have been so busy. I definitely want to do a video about readjusting after deployment because that definitely was my priority in my life. Readjusting as a married couple, both of us like being independent and then coming together as one. Unless you've been through deployment, like, you get me. So by the title of this video, it's called Deployment 101. And I did this because whenever I can, and I know that there are a lot of women that have gone through like a lot of deployments, probably a lot more stuff than I, or than me, I don't know, I want to say than I. But I remember when I was in dating Ron in basic training, AIT, moving, and now deployment, you know, we've done one. Whenever I can, I would love to share my experience, my 2 cents. Oh my goodness, Sparta. My 2 cents on it, so that it can help anyone out there. So let's get started. My number one advice preparing for deployment, if anyone wants to take it, is just, man, one, find where you're gonna live. I know that made my husband feel so more at ease, knowing that I was settled, that I had a home or a place to live while he was gone, instead of me figuring it out while he was away. Also, you guys, I mean, I know this sounds cheesy, but whatever you need to say it. I know sometimes I'd be wanting to be super cheesy and like romantic and like hug him or kiss him more, but I used to be like, oh my god, no, like, why am I being so extra? But honestly, I'm glad the moments that I did do it, because then when he was gone, that's exactly what I wish I could do. So if you can, go on as many date nights or spend a lot of time with each other, because you really are not going to know how much you're going to miss him until he's gone. Trust me. Now, when he is away, I wrote my tips down. My number one tip throughout deployment is for you guys to sacrifice for each other. So Ron was in the Middle East, so we were in completely different time zones. I am in Texas, so my night was his day was my night. So that meant that whenever he could talk to me, which would be before PT and before he went to sleep, maybe 30 minutes or an hour each time. So we would talk about, on a good day, 2 hours a day, and that meant I went to sleep late or I woke up a bit earlier, and vice versa, so we can talk to each other. And it was just like random talks, like, how was your day today or yesterday, what's new, and it really helped us feel like we were connected. Now, he did have fun. He did buy this puck. I don't know the proper term for it, but basically it's like a circle puck, and you buy data so that your mans can text you throughout the day. He did have that puck, but when they're deployed, like, they're on a mission, like, they are working long hours, like longer than usual. Okay, like, I already know that your soldier works long hours. Oh my god, can I learn to speak? This what happens when you do videos for a long time. You know, your man's works long hours. I mean, my husband is supposed to get out at 5, and sometimes he doesn't get out till 7 or 8, or he's supposed to go in for PT, and you know, sometimes they make him go way earlier than what they normally do. So imagine that times 2. I know that my husband, like, they worked long hours. So even though he had the puck, sometimes he couldn't message me because he was on mission, he was on task. So making that sacrifice of like making time for each other and each other's mornings and nights really, really, truly helped us. 2, my number 2 advice: do not wait home for his phone call. Now let me like really clear this up, because I know this can sound really savage, but what I mean by that is, if you have a group of friends and they invite you to go to the movies and you're like, hey girl, let's go to the movies, I know your man is deployed, like let's bond, let's get to know each other, don't deny that invite to wait for your husband's call. And I remember my husband encouraging me even this, because he said, I mean, you really are on your own unless you're lucky enough to be stationed with family, or unless a family member comes with you for a couple of months while he's away. If you're that lucky, great. But for me, I had no family here in Texas, so all the friends that I were making, all the friends that I was making were making an effort to get to know me. So my husband was just like, if you're out, then you're out. Then, you know, like, I'll text you, or maybe you could stay up later. Usually it worked out fine on Fridays and Saturday nights, because I mean, I didn't have work. So whenever I got back from going out with friends, I would just talk to him. So for me, I mean, I'm not like a wild buck, or, you know, a wild young buck. So going out to me was very, just to get to know friends. And, you know, so it was fine. Which leads to my number 3 advice: accountability. Oh my gosh. Now, if you're a military wife, then you know the term Jody is always waiting. And let me tell you, now, there are some men out here that need Jesus. The fact that my husband was deployed sort of made me a target. But I had accountability on my life. Like, when guys would try to approach me, I would let my friend, like my really good friend, like, hey, this dude like message me, DM me, or this dude try talking to me. And not that I needed it, but I just wanted a safety net, you know. I did not want to fall. My friend would just be like, hey, you is married, you have a great man, just don't pay attention to that, and vice versa. And man, look, I know you love your husband and I know he loves you, but there are some thirsty people out there, and I don't know what is it about deployment that makes people feel like it's okay to approach you and to approach your husband. Like, it's just, yeah. So accountability, like, just have someone to keep you on check. And if you do somewhat want to talk to that person because you missed that attention, then that's even more of a reason for you to have that in your life, because you're so used to your husband telling you, like, I love you, you're beautiful, going to the movies, and you know, that I can see how easy it is to fall in that trap of loneliness. So just have that safety net. Like, you know, don't just cut it. You need to cut it. Number 4, my advice is, deployment sucks, but you can see it as an opportunity to chase your dream, chase something that you want to do. Man, if you guys kept up with my vlogs last year, I accomplished some of the things that I prayed for when I was like 16, and I'm about to be 25 this year, and I got to do them all last year. One, because my husband was away. Not that my husband is like a duty or like a something bad in my life, but it does take like a priority in my life. So he was away too. The only upside about being deployed is them coins, okay? And those 2 allowed me, and 3, the people that God placed in my life, honestly. I got to continue going to school. I got to go to the Philippines on a missions trip. I got to work with high school, middle school students. You know, I got a job like at a church. So it's just, those were all dreams of mine. Like, well, actually the high school and middle school students were a dream that I didn't even know I had, but like now I love doing it. So see it as an opportunity for you to accomplish something you want to do. Like, what do you want? What does blank, whatever your name is, girl, want? Did a school? Do you want to get your bachelor's? Girl, I'm on that boat with you. Do you want to get your master's? Do you want to get your doctor's degree, doctrine, whatever? The sky is literally the limit. Is there a blog you want to start? Is there a YouTube channel you want to start? Is there art you want to paint? Is it an Etsy shop? I don't know, but honestly, whenever the time comes, because being in the military lifestyle, deployment is just part of it. Whenever the next deployment comes, that is how I'm going to try to encourage myself. Okay, this is an opportunity. What is another goal or dream that I can achieve throughout this time that I've always wanted to achieve? Number 5, and it kind of goes with number 3. Trust your husband the way you want him to trust you. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to like sugarcoat it, but I mean, you know, in the military, unfortunately, deployment is known as the time that either the wife cheats or the husband cheats. Like, it's, people just expect it, unfortunately, and that was something that I was being told, kind of like, you know, don't be shocked if this happens, don't be surprised, or prepare yourself. People just like made it seem like it was okay, like it was a hall pass in your marriage, and I was not down for that. Nope. Listen, Linda, listen, my husband gets one wife for the rest of his life. Okay? Nope, I ain't sharing him. Nope, he ain't getting no hall pass. Not that he wants one, but like, no. No. And I'm not gonna lie that when I talk to other wives, deep down something in me was like, well, what if he's getting attention or giving attention to another like female soldier, or you know, like, I'm not gonna lie, that little itsy bits of doubt and insecurity was trying to cripple into my mind and my heart. But I just like instantly like capture that thought, like, no, you know what, hell no. Like, I know my husband, I know myself, and I'm going to trust him. And I was very like honest with my husband. I was like, hey, you know what, like, I'm starting to feel insecure. Not that you've done anything, or not that I think you're gonna do anything, but I'm starting to feel insecure. And vice versa. Because I mean, your husband, especially with social media, your husband is seeing you live your life, and obviously they want you to continue life and not be depressed, not be lonely, but part of them does feel like they're missing out. So he would like converse with me like, hey, I feel like you're moving on, or I feel like I'm missing out on your life. And I would reassure him, like, you know, I'm just doing me, and I'm waiting for you so that we can like do us, and you know, keep running this race of life. You're never gonna leave me, okay? Okay. I have to take him out or else he'll jump on me the whole time. But if you can have a dog, oh my goodness, having Sparta with me throughout the deployment was just amazing. Dogs are amazing, okay? Like, whenever I would like get sad, like, I don't know why I would do this to myself. I would watch super corny romantic movies like Pride and the Prejudice, The Notebook, and then I'd be bawling like, and then Sparta would like sense it and would come in like my tears. So yeah, having a dog was amazing. I don't know, and I will not act like I know what it's like to have kids throughout deployment. I am really hoping and wishing that I find a blogger or YouTuber that will share that experience. And if that's you, girl, you better share. Obviously I'll share when we go through that, but deployment is not fun. Deployment is just part of the job. But even though it's part of the job, I feel like it's still okay to like feel like this sucks. Because even though you know a few months ahead that they might deploy, or even a year ahead, like it's scheduled, once you're in it, you still feel like, man, I wish they didn't have to do it. But you know that it's part of the job. So it's always like this unbalanced, bittersweet life. If you can hear him, he is streaming, and man, I missed that man so much when he was gone. I prayed for that man, okay? He's an answered prayer, okay? Okay, I ain't about to lay down a word now, but and if you're going through deployment right now, I talked about how I was during deployment. So if you want to look for that video, I think it's called How Am I Doing During Deployment. I did it in my car because I did not have great lighting in the room that I was in at the time. I wanted to share this, and if you know anybody that might, you know, learn or needs these few tips, send them this video. Honestly, I am really trying to think of a way to, oh my god, a way to give more information out there, because I mean, military wives, it's a tough job, but it's worth it when you marry the person that you love. So if you're going through this deployment and you watch this video to get some insight or maybe encouragement, I do hope that something helped you, and two, I do want to encourage you that, man, sometimes all we do is think about them, and that's not bad. I mean, we're wives, it's part of our job, that they listen to their alarm. Is their uniform clean? Are there patches there? Do they have their PC? The list can go on and on, but I just want to encourage you that today is one day less that he's gone, and if you haven't already, go and do what is going to make you happy. If that is getting a job, if that is going to school, if that is volunteering somewhere, go and do it and find friends in the community. And as an adult, it's weird and hard, but it's so rewarding. And that's my encouragement, and I hope that you don't let yourself sit in this pit of just sadness, because it's so easy to just sit there because you miss them. You moved to a different place with them and then they're gone, and if you didn't have time, you didn't make friends, so then you're just there, and you know, so life is tough, but so are you. You're a tough cookie, and you can do this. There is nothing special about me that I was able to come out stronger, or that our marriage was ever able to come out stronger. I can't talk. Or that our marriage was able to come out stronger. The only difference is that we had God, a community, and people praying for us, if I'm like legit honest, and that we were optimistic, and everything else that I mentioned. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. I'm going to try to do way more videos. I definitely want to do a vlog so that you guys can see what life is like now, and I am thinking about doing something else. And to everyone that subscribed, thank you so much. It means so much. I hope that you watched my past videos so that you got to know me and him a little better. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful again. And yeah, and as you guys can tell, I've been decorating my room here and there, you know. Bye.